Hello and welcome to my podcast. I'm Matthew, and on my show today I'll be talking to DJ Fresh. Hello and welcome to my podcast.
How's it, brother, man?
I'm good. And you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me. I'm brilliant.
When you're on the radio, how do you know that you're getting a positive response from your listeners?
I think the long and the short of it is because it's a broadcast, you are sending a message to 1 million people in the hope that it'll land positively with majority of them. So even the little feedback that you may get, for argument's sake, on social media or on email or on our SMS line is not necessarily a true reflection of how people feel. And I think that's the nature of broadcasting, that, as much as no feedback is sometimes good news, you want to know what people feel, whether they feel happy, sad, or even indifferent. I'd rather you tell me you feel indifferent about something than not.
How would you describe the feeling of DJing, doing what you love, your passion?
I think it's, because I've been DJing since I was 13, since I was in high school. Pretty much all I've done, I've just kept adding stuff to it, like radio and business and TV and whatever else. But I think seeing, for instance, a crowd in front of you responding to what you do, I don't think there's a better feeling than that. It's right up there with an email from a listener telling you how you changed their lives. So I think between an email from a listener and seeing the sheer joy and exhilaration on the face of someone at a festival you're playing at, it's just, you almost feel like you're doing the Lord's work, So yeah, it's a fantastic feeling, bro.
I understand. Okay, going off that question, would you still do it even if you weren't getting paid?
I started doing this for free. So any money I make is a bonus, bro. This is also because for me, my career, I believe, has been my passion, my hobby, and my calling all meeting at once and finding some sort of sweet spot. So for me, it's not just playing music for the sake of it. If you're not somehow adding value to people's lives, or if you're not changing people's lives, then why the heck are you doing it? So for me, that's my calling, that I must do what I do to affect some sort of positive change in people, even if it's just you changing your mindset about yourself, about the world, or inspiring you to be more positive. Then my work is done. So yeah, bro.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so judging from your passion of being a DJ, what would you say inspired you to do what you do?
What inspired me to do what I do? I think initially it was probably just the wanting to share music and how music made me feel. Because the long and the short of it is, as a disc jockey, you are sharing what you are feeling at the time. So it's that music that might make you feel some type of way. So you're basically projecting yourself in that hour via 12 songs. You know what I mean? So for me, it's about, sharing. If the music makes me feel good, it must make other people feel good. So let's share that feeling.
Yeah.
So I think that was the initial inspiration. And then I started doing radio. And then I realized that radio changes even more lives at a faster rate. So that started being my inspiration, that, how many lives can I change as I do what I do? And that's been my eternal goal now. That, in fact, my one of my mottos is, one of my sayings is, I intend to change the world one person at a time. And for as long as I'm alive and I have air in my lungs, I'll continue to do that. So whether it's through some of the things, the deeds we do on the radio, or the stuff we do off air, for me, if it doesn't involve some sort of empowerment of other people, it doesn't appeal to me, and chances are I won't do it. So yeah.
Awesome. All right. So from all your experience of being a DJ, what advice would you give to aspiring youth who want to become like you?
Don't. I think lockdown and just generally the economy and the way it's been going has been a massive reality check for a lot of people in our industry.
Yeah.
So as much as you have career DJs and career actors and, you know, the many other different careers within entertainment, I think lockdown has taught us that it's not enough to just do that.
Yeah.
Because if the rug is pulled from under you and you haven't even saved at the very bare minimum 3 months of money to keep you going, you're going to struggle along the way. I'd set aside probably 3-4 months worth of rainy day funds, but because I wasn't gigging, now I had to pay my own staff out of my own pocket, out of my own savings. You know, despite the fact that we have UIF only pay a percentage of people's salaries. You know, so for me, yes, follow your passion. Yes, if your passion can pay you, by all means do it. But also try and diversify. Find out what your second passion is, or what's the other thing you're good at that might not be within entertainment. If the stuff is the fan, then you can still live. You can still pay your bills. Your kids can still stay in the same school and not have to worry about getting kicked out. So yeah, man.
What would you say your top 5 songs of 2020?
Geez, that's difficult and very unfair.
Yeah. Yeah.
My top songs of 2020, I think for now I'm gonna stick to dance music because that's what I do a lot of. So I think my first one has to be my song with Shona. It's a song called By the Water. We released it about 3-4 months ago. And then myself and Shona again have another song called Mukuru. It features a vocalist. He's from Zim, but he's based in Australia. His name is Audius. So again, that's our other new single. So I think I'm going to throw it in there. And then there's a song by Sculptured Music called Speak Lord, the Chama Music retro remix. I'm absolutely loving that. It's so epic. I think it's one of the biggest songs currently playing. So I think I'm going to go with that. And then, I think I'll be silly to ignore Amapiano, because Amapiano has been massive.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's like a ton of Amapiano songs that are, I think they've kept the nation at ease, you know, despite the fact that we're at lockdown. I think the music carried us. So there's a song by Sean 101. It's called Utando. Loving that also. And then another song by MFR Souls and Major League DJs called Amanigi Nigi. I think those are my current 5, not necessarily my 5 for 2020. My current 5 changes every week, to tell you the honest truth. So yeah.
So, considering this whole lockdown thing, what song do you really wish you could play in a club during lockdown?
I think any one of the 5 songs that I just told you about. I mean, the fact that at level 1, at least certain venues are now allowed to do events. I mean, I've been playing at a couple of events. And I can tell you right now that all 5 of those songs definitely turned the floor upside down.
What are your favorite movies or series that you've watched in 2020?
The thing is, when lockdown started, I did a lot of binging of especially series.
Yeah.
I think off the top, probably Money Heist, because I took a while to start Money Heist. I kept seeing it, but ignoring it. Kept seeing it, but ignoring it. And then I just jumped into it, and I was like, geez, what took me so long? So I think Money Heist was definitely, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think Blood and Water was one of the good series I enjoyed, a local series on Netflix. I've also been doing a lot of catching up on series. I mean, I stopped watching How to Get Away with Murder 5 years ago.
Yeah. And
then the past 3 weeks, I watched 3 seasons of How to Get Away with Murder. In fact, I finished this morning How to Get Away with Murder. So yeah, I'm doing a lot of catching up. I mean, I'm catching up with Shameless also. I'm a massive fan of The Walking Dead. So I continue to watch that every week. yeah, I'm also a Daily Show, a massive Daily Show with Trevor Noah fan. So I've literally bought every episode of The Daily Show for the past 5 years. So if you go to my Apple TV, you'll just literally just see The Daily Show with Trevor Noah. Massive fan of him.
All right, that'll be all. Thank you, DJ Fresh, for coming here. And
No, man, pleasure. Thank you.
And thanks to my listeners. Till next time. Bye.
Cheers, guys.